Malnutrition claims 12 million children annually in Africa, despite concerted efforts to deal with it. But more recently, a new health threat also dealing with food intake is being witnessed throughout the continent: obesity. Obesity occurs over time when a person takes more calories than they use. The balance between calories in and calories out differs for each person. Factors that might affect one's weight include their genetic makeup, overeating, eating high-fat foods and sugar, and not being physically active. With globalization, more processed foods have overtaken the natural foods our forefathers used to consume when there were low or few reports of obesity. And with the day-to-day busy schedules, more people are feeding on high sugars, high-starch foods and fats.
There are cells that consume that glucose and produce glycogen. Glycogen passes through the liver and is translated to energy, which is later stored in muscles ready for use. But with the modern digital lifestyle, the energy stays unused and later expires, where it's converted to fats that get stored at the lower abdomen and hands.
In the quest for the right diet, there are healthy eating disciplines, since one's body requires only 10% of food intake per day, as Dr. Stewart explains.
And very interesting is that whatever food you eat, the body only takes 10%. So what happens is that when you eat a lot, and again you eat the food that is not supposed to be eaten by man, you eventually become obese. And in this case, when you take a lot of fats, and I mean cholesterol, and you only get cholesterol from what? From animals, not plants.
Our bodies have a hormone called leptin found in the liver, the gatekeeper of fat metabolism, monitoring how much energy an organism takes in. It surveys and maintains the energy balance in the body, regulating hunger and feelings of satiety. This hormone is produced by fat cells, and logically it would seem that those with more fat cells would produce more leptin, which would signal the body to eat less food and weight would normalize. In theory, yes, but it doesn't always occur, especially in those with damaged metabolisms or endocrine problems, which includes most overweight people. The problem is not in the production of leptin, but rather, studies show that the majority of overweight individuals who have difficulty losing weight have a leptin resistance, where the leptin is unable to produce its normal effects to stimulate weight loss. This leptin resistance is sensed as starvation, so multiple mechanisms are activated to increase fat stores rather than burn excess fat stores. High fructose sugar overload in the liver stops leptin from working. Eventually, the person consumes excess food, but the body thinks it is starving and tells the person to eat more and more, thus weight gain. Diseases associated with obesity include hypertension, arthritis, diabetes, stroke, some cancers like breast cancer, and coronary heart disease. There are, however, foods one can eat enabling them to control and manage obesity. These are high-fiber foods or wholemeal foods, fresh juices, fruits and vegetables, nuts, and legumes. Health advises that before one gets ready to mix vegetable salads with fruits, they ought to consult a nutritionist in order to avoid creating kidney stones that are created after mixing the two as salts.
Just change the diet to plant-based and make sure you eat more fruits and more vegetables. But don't mix the two. When you mix vegetables and fruits, you are going to develop kidney stones.
As the English saying goes, a stitch in time saves 9, and it is not too late for anyone to get back to a healthy eating lifestyle and also exercise in order to keep fit. For Healthful Living, I'm Miriam Kanyogo.